Well, welcome into high school sports on the Harford Cable Network. I'm Don Morrison. So happy to be back with you after a little bit of a hiatus. Our truck had a little misadventure, but we're back on the air. Happy to be so. We're at Bel Air High School. As you can see, it's the Bel Air Bobcats taking on the Harford Tech Cobras in girls basketball Chesapeake Division. Two teams, as you can see by their records, the Cobras coming in at 3-10, Bel Air at 10-3, but that's a little deceiving. These two teams played back in the middle of part of January. Harford Tech was leading at the half by 19-18. Bel Air went on a 20-1 run and won that ball game easily, and so now they're on their way to this great record they have at 5-1. Bel Air's only loss of the year so far in the conference, that was to Aberdeen. Aberdeen, the team that's undefeated. Aberdeen and Bel Air will be playing next week. Calvin Skelton, the coach for the Bel Air Bobcats, veteran coach, been there 13 years, has over 100 victories to his credit. Meantime, for the Harford Tech Cobras, Chris Toll, in his first year at Harford Tech. Chris Toll, a young man who comes out of the Rochester, New York area. He's a personal trainer by trade. Calvin Skelton, on the other hand, is an English teacher at Bel Air High School. Two great coaches, two great programs. We're looking forward to what should be a good high school basketball game. Harford Tech Cobras, they'll start 3 sophomores and 2 juniors. Meantime, the Bel Air Bobcats, they'll start 3 seniors and 2 juniors. So they have a much more diversified lineup, if you will, and an experienced lineup. They led by Grace Whalen. Grace is their 4-year starter. 3 sports. She's been starting in all 3 of those sports, soccer and lacrosse and basketball, for all 4 seasons. 2 state titles to her credit, 1 in soccer, 1 in lacrosse. Also, Bailey Springer, another of the seniors, 13 points per game, and Maggie Hall, 11 points and 4.5 steals per game. Meantime, the Cobras, they again are a very young team. Courtney Logan, a sophomore. Also, Caitlin Thacker, a sophomore, and Alexa Baldwin, a sophomore. 2 juniors, Jasmine Gross and Corinne Santiago, they round out that starting lineup. Officials tonight, Mike Yeager and Les Farley. Just about ready for the introduction of the starting lineups and also to hear our national anthem. For Hartford Tech, Courtney Logan is a sophomore. Corinne Santiago, a junior, headed for Auburn University when she graduates in a couple of years. Jasmine Gross, a junior, cosmetologist and wants to be a veterinarian. Alexis Baldwin is a sophomore. And another sophomore, Caitlin Thacker. That's the starting lineup for the Harford Tech Cobras. And now for the Bel Air Bobcats, here is their starting lineup. Bailey Springer, we mentioned, the senior, 13 points per game. Grace Whalen, one of the captains of this team, along with Bailey Springer. Maggie Hall will start. She's a junior, 11 points a game. Autumn Doherty is a senior, one of the captains as well, headed for Salisbury next year. And the other starter is Juliana Harden, number 25. Calvin Skelton, Michael Day, Glenn Davis, the coaches, Ann Thacker, Rico Gross, and Bill Muller, along with Chris Toll, are the coaches for Harford Tech. Now here to honor our country is our national anthem. Well, we're honored to have in the house tonight Miss Lynn James. Those of you who've been around basketball in Harford County for some time remember that Lynn James, the legendary coach at North Harford, who coached for about 40 years up there, had a total of 600 wins. In fact, more than 600 wins in her great, great career at North Harford. Always happy to have her and to see her around. Always looking good, Lynn James. Bel Air Bobcats, of course, looking for the home victory tonight to get ready for that big game against Aberdeen last night. Obviously, if you're Calvin Skelton, the one thing you don't want to do, there you see Calvin, is to look beyond this game tonight because obviously Harford Tech would like nothing better than to come on the Bobcat floor and knock off the Bobcats. Just about ready to get underway. And here we are, the Bel Air Bobcats dressed in white, going from right to left across your TV screen. The Cobras dressed in that black and gold, defending the basket to your left. Back out front it comes. Little pop jumper off the rim and in for the basket. That basket by Maggie Hall. Hall split the difference on that zone defense and got the first 2 points of the game. Here's Courtney Logan bringing the ball up for Harford Tech. Gets it over to Corinne Santiago. Santiago with the drive. Back outside. Here's a long three-pointer. Good from that corner by Courtney Logan. And just like that, the Cobras up by 3-2. Just underway. If you've just tuned in, thank you for being with us here at the Harford Cable Network Game of the Week. Into the corner. Bailey Santiago, or Bailey Springer, that is, into the corner. Julianne Harden fumbles the ball momentarily, gets it back out front to Grace Whalen. Driving, cut off. Cross court almost taken away. Shot from the corner. It's going to be a bit long, and the rebound comes off to the Harford Tech Cobras in the person of Alexa Baldwin. Baldwin looking deep, has a person. Ball is going to be tied up, and the possession error looks like it's going to stay right here with the Harford Tech Cobras. 6:43 left in the first, 3-2 the lead, as you can see, for the Harford Tech Cobras. Courtney Logan with that three-point shot from the corner. Logan thinks about it again. He's cut off, shoots a little bit of a short arm. Trying a little scoop one-hander. Unsuccessfully was Corinne Santiago. Santiago, perhaps one of the shortest players on the court, but she got the rebound. Got the ball up, but not quite enough. Back out front it comes. That's Hall. Cut off. Outside. Looking for the basket. That's Whalen. And now Hall again. Hall with that little short jumper, this time a little bit long. Rebound comes off to Caitlin Thacker. And here comes Santiago. Check it, Logan. Logan with the basket, driving it all the way down. She's got all 5 points for the Cobras. 5:50 left in the first period. Cobras up now by 3 points. Remember, they had that 19-18 lead in the first game at the half. Whalen driving, baseline, has it cut off. And out of bounds it goes over to the Cobras. So right now, Chris Toll has to be happy with the way his team is playing. Logan. Almost taken away. Now there is a backcourt in girls basketball. We'll explain that in just a moment. From the corner, Logan, short. Up high for the rebound is Hall. Great rebound by Maggie Hall. Maggie, one of the tri-captains of this team. Blocking foul is going to be called, our first foul of the night. Foul called on Corinne Santiago. From the corner. Bailey Springer with the basket. Brings her team back to within one. Nice out of bounds play there by the Bel Air Bobcats. Girls have 30-second shot clock almost taken away, and it is taken away on a steal by Grace Whalen. Whalen up and good. Grace Whalen gets the steal, puts her team up now by one. Whalen, the veteran player, again, talk about the sports she's played over 4 years at Bel Air High School. Played all 3 sports for all 4 years, taken away by the Bobcats, and just like that, taken back. And now it's battling for the ball. Down on the floor it is, and This time the alternating possession arrow will go to the Bel Air Bobcats. Just about halfway through the first period. Bobcats leading by a single point. Cobras had a 5-2 lead at one point. Bobcats have scored the last 2 baskets. Little short jumper bounces around, will not go. Rebounded and collected by Alexa Baldwin. Bobcats in a matchup type of man-to-man defense. Yep, it is a man-to-man defense. Looked like a matchup zone there momentarily. Into the corner. Driving. Offensive foul will be the call. Ball will go against Caitlin Thacker. Her first. Cobra fans and the Cobra coaching staff didn't like that. They didn't think the defender was stationary, but the officials say, oh yeah, you put your shoulder into it, and that's going to be a foul. From the corner, looking for 3. Long on the shot. Rebound comes off to Logan. Logan, the sophomore, passing, intercepted by Whalen. Whalen saves it in, but is called for the travel. Hustling all the way. Grace Whalen, the senior, headed for University of Cincinnati next year. She's won 2 state titles here, one in lacrosse and one in soccer. Logan thinks about the 3, steps back, drives, puts it up. It's going to be good. Courtney Logan has all 7 of the points for the Harford Tech Cobras, who now take the 1-point lead. Looking Hall from outside. It's going to be good. Maggie Hall hits it from the top of the key. She's got 5 points. Her team goes back ahead by 2 at 9-7. Take it away. This is Hall again. And the foul is going to be called. Foul is called on Jasmine Gross, her first. Team's third. 3:17 left here in the first period. Been an exciting first period, back and forth. Cobras had a 3-point lead. Bobcats also had a 3-point lead. First sub of the game, coming in for the Bel Air Bobcats, it's Emma Sansa, I should say. Emma's a sophomore, number 10 for the Bobcats. Pass gets through. Traveling is the call. And will come over to the Cobras. Harford Tech, as we said, with a 1-6 record in the Chesapeake Division, 3-10 overall. Logan drives it, gives it up, gets a short shot, and that's good. Nice assist and a nice conversion there by 25 Jada Maddox in the ball game for the Harford Tech Cobras. Right now we have a tie at 9. Oh, interception. Moving in and taking away his. Looks like, yeah, that's Autumn Conway in the ball game. Checking off the backboard, no good. And check it, that is Alexa Baldwin, number 13. The 13 for Bel Air coming in is Autumn Conway. We just mentioned her. Sophomore in the ball game. Sitting down momentarily is Bailey Springer. Bailey and her freshman sister. Long shot from 3. That's good. Just in the ball game. Number 25, Juliana Harden. Harden, the leader in minutes played for the Bel Air Bobcats. Nobody came up to pick her up, and she fired the 3 and put her team up now by 3. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first. Harden fakes the 3-pointer. We'll talk about Harden's role in this team in just a moment. Driving Hall, one-hander, she's fouled. Maggie Hall has 5 points already. She'll go to the line shooting 2. Now looks like it was on Courtney Logan. We'll check it. It's going to be instead on Jada Maddox. Ball bounces around. The first one comes out. Ball, as we said, leading scorer on the team, or actually second leading scorer, 11 points per ball game. Already has 5, a chance to make it 6. Nope, ball will not go in, and the foul over the back against the Bobcats. The ball goes out of bounds, and it will go to Harford Tech. That foul is going to be called on number 13, Autumn Conway, over the back. It's the first foul for the Bobcats on the night. Might up on the 2-minute mark. Oh, and the foul by Hall. She says, no, no, no. But came through and got a lot of the body as she tried to get that interception. So Hall gets her first foul. That's 2 against the Bel Air Bobcats. Sitting down momentarily is Corinne Santiago. Taken away by the Bobcats. Emma Sanza has the basketball. Harden now. Harden, the point guard. Big shoes to fill. We'll talk about the 2 seniors who graduated last year that she's replacing. Harden with the basketball, driving one-hander. Foul on the floor, the officials say. Let's see who that foul was against. Looks like it's going to be against number 12, Kiana Mack, in the ball game. Kiana headed for Stevenson University next year as a nursing student. Also a track star and a cheerleader at Harford Tech.
Other way, take away the middle.
Triggering the ball in. Harden has the basketball. Point guard, very, very important, obviously. And the travel is going to be called. Conway forgot to put the ball down, took that one step. Actually, Sanza took that step, and the turnover goes to the Harford Tech Cobras. Cobras down by 3, 1:36 and counting left here in this first period of play. Alexa Baldwin gets it to Kiana Mack. Mack driving one-hander, can't get it to fall, bounces around, comes into the hands of Conway. Check it, Sanza. Now Harden with the basketball. Thinks about the 3, gives it up, driving one-hander, it's good. That by number 13, Autumn Conway, the sophomore. And now it's a 5-point lead. Cobras have to be careful here, let the game get away from them. Long 3-pointer, no good. Big rebound. The ball goes out of bounds. There's a nice rebound by Caitlin Thacker. It's going to stay here with the Cobras. Back in the ball game is Whalen for the Bobcats. Sitting down is Juliana Harden. 55.5 seconds, 27 seconds on the shot clock. Into the corner, fakes the 3-pointer, driving the baseline. Gets it back out. The ball is going to go out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Bel Air Bobcats. Good defense by Bel Air. Alexa Baldwin got in too deep and had no place to throw the ball and ended up throwing it out of bounds. 26 seconds on the shot clock. 40 seconds on the game clock. Looking for 3 from the corner. Long rebound off her feet. That was Baldwin got the rebound and got it off to another player without traveling. 28 seconds left. Driving, shot no good. That was by Logan. 21 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Taken away, and the foul is going to be called. Good interception by Kiana Mack. And coming to try to make the stop was Emma Sanza. And Sanza sort of bowled her over, so the foul is going to be called on Sanza, her first. Team's third. 11.9 seconds left in this first period of play. Shot from the corner, good. That's going to be a 2-pointer. And that by Corinne Santiago. Brings her team within 3. And that is the end of the first period of play. A very exciting first period, during which Courtney Logan had 7 points to lead all scorers. Logan for the Bobcats, or I should say for the Cobras. Santiago had 2, and Maddox had 2. That's the total of 11 for Harford Tech. Meantime, the Bel Air leading scorer Maggie Hall had 5. 2 each for Grace Wayland and Bailey Santiago. 2 also for Autumn Conway, and a 3-pointer for Juliana Harden. That would be the 14 points for the Bel Air Bobcats. Very exciting first period. There you see Chris Toll, the coach for the Harford Tech Cobras, his first year as head coach. Very interesting story about Chris Toll. He's a champion for animals and has done rescue work in Baltimore City. He's a personal trainer and a triathlete coach, and a diehard Syracuse Orange basketball fan. Assistant coaches Ann Thacker, Rico Gross, and Bill Muller. Chris Stoll, originally from Rochester, New York, started his coaching career in Maryland in the 2014 season with the Park School in Baltimore. Cobra basketball as we start the second period of play. Almost a high dribble there by Santiago. Looking for a long three. It's going to be high off the backboard, and it's going to hit the guy wire. And will be declared out of play. Pardon me if I begin coughing on you. It's battling the remnants of the flu bug. But happy to say, feeling a whole lot better. My partner, Carol Barker, just a little bit cold for Carol tonight. It is a temperature very, very cold out here this evening. Oh, great pass. Losing the basketball, though. It's going to be off the knee of the Bel Air Bobcats. That was a great-looking pass. Pass made by Alexa Baldwin. Oh, great interception. Knocking away and taking it's Autumn Doherty. Doherty used that good height. Doherty, the senior, one of the captains on this team. Whalen. And travels before she puts the ball down. Call made there by Les Farley. Les Farley and Mike Yeager, the officials tonight. Push is going to be called, and that's going to be on number 11, Maggie Hall. Maggie Hall gets her second foul of the game. Fourth against the Bel Air Bobcats. Driving, running one-hander will not fall. Mack put it up, got her own rebound. Whalen battling for the basketball. Recovered by Santiago. Long one-hander for three off the front of the rim, no good. That by Jasmine Gross. Here come the Bobcats. Up by three. No points scored here in the second period so far. Taking care of that, thank you very much. Number 14, Autumn Doherty. Her first three of the night. So it's now a 6-point lead, the biggest lead of the night for the Bobcats. Mack from the corner, looking for three, long rebound, and now battling for the basketball. It will go to the Bel Air Bobcats on the alternating possession rule. Back in the game, Courtney Logan, sophomore, sitting down. 13, Alexa Baldwin for the Cobras. 6 minutes, 12 seconds and counting left here in this half. High-low offense. Maggie Hall with the basket. Great pass. Maggie Hall gets it, converts it. Hall now has 7, chance to make it 8. Team up now by 8. Hall 11 points per game, 4.5 steals per game. Makes it cleaner. She's got 12. I should say she has 8. Her team up now by 9. Again, danger zone for the Cobras. They were up by 19-18 in that first game at halftime, and then Bel Air went off to a 20-1 run in that third period, put the game away. Good hands, Whalen. Very smart. Grace Whalen saw that pass coming, stepped into the passing lane, knocked it out of play. 17 seconds left on the 30-second shot clock. Mack trying to get it in, and it's knocked away. Great hands by Doherty again. Doherty with the basketball, puts it up and good. Autumn Doherty, she's now got 5. Her team up by 11 at 22-11. It was 14-11 at the half, at the end of the first period. Now it's 22-11. This is exactly what happened to Harford Tech in that first game in the third period, where Bel Air went off to a 20-1 run and put the game away.
6 points you guys have given up because of
The only loss for the Bobcats so far was that 60-40 decision to Aberdeen at Aberdeen a couple of weeks ago. They'll be playing this coming week here at Bel Air, will the Bobcats and the Eagles. Aberdeen undefeated in the league. Bel Air Bobcats at 10-3. 5-1 in the conference. Calvin Skelton, the head coach, talking to his team. Calvin, English teacher, just a magnificent educator. He does the PA announcing in the football games and does a lot for the school. Across the way, we see two principals conferring, Edgewood High School principal. Mr. Mack, along with Mr. Commodore, Greg Commodore, the Bel Air principal. Kilo Mack, the Edgewood High School principal, and of course, his daughter. Kiana Mack playing for Harford Tech. Bobcats picking up pressure. Oh, great defense there by Harden. Mack driving, puts it up on the one-hander. Good. Kiana Mack driving the middle of that lane. First 2 points of this second period. So it took them about 4 minutes, just about, or 3 minutes actually, to score their first 2 points. Putting the ball behind her back is Harden, and fouling is Mack. You were telling me about Juliana Harden, who's replacing Elizabeth Hillman and Julia Henry, the two-headed point guards, if you will, for Bel Air last year, both who graduated. Harden now will be shooting 1-1. Makes the first, gets one more. The ball was on Mack, her second. She'll sit down. Harden makes the second. She's got 5 points. Team back up to an 11-point lead at 24-13. Logan, good pass, Logan, and not able to convert. Thacker not able to get the ball to fall. Whalen with the rebound. Great pass. Here's Harden. Gets it in the corner for Whalen. Whalen cut off by Logan. Santiago. Back to Whalen. Whalen, basket. Great pass inside. That was by number 14, Autumn Doherty, making the pass. Whalen with the conversion. She's got 4. Her team now up by 13. Blocking foul. That's going to be called against number 1, Bailey Springer. Her first foul. Just the team's 5th foul. Whalen will sit down. Coming in to replace her is Mackenzie Springer. Now Mackenzie is the freshman younger sister of Bailey Springer. From the outside, off the front of the rim, no good. Great rebound, reaching up and making it is Hall. Hall using that height. Juliana Harden to Hall. Hall to the corner, good jumper short. That was by Springer, Mackenzie Springer. We'll check it, Bailey Springer, number 1. Logan. Hall thinking about the steal. Santiago. Great defense by that Bel Air Bobcats. That's going to be off the knee of number 25, Jada Maddox. Good defense by the Bel Air Bobcats. Sitting down is Maggie Hall. Timeout called on the floor. 26-13, and again, this big run by the Bel Air Bobcats. 14-11 was the score at the end of the first period. And now it is 26-13, as you can see. There you see Calvin Skelton talking to his team. Veteran teacher, veteran coach. And some of the good crowd we have here tonight, enjoying the festivities. Nice to be indoors where the temperatures are now going back down in the teens. We were down in the single digits last night. It got all the way up into the 20s today, and heading back down again. We're told that spring is on the way at some point. You couldn't prove it by the temperatures last night, but hey, that's all part of the winter process. Juliana Harden, junior, leads the team in minutes played. Great pass inside. Springer. Back out it comes to Harden. Harden driving. Back to Springer. Springer up with a short one-hander. Bailey Springer. It's good. Assist goes to Harden. Now it's a 15-point lead. Almost out of bounds. Saved inbounds. Logan from the corner. Off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound comes off to Mackenzie Springer. Here come the Bobcats. Up by 15. Great shot. Bailey Springer puts the ball up high. Makes that little elbow mid-range jumper. Team up now by 17 at 30-13. Again, so similar to the first game where it was the third period. Sort of a wild one-hander there by Logan. Rebound comes off to Bailey Springer. Harden inside. Foul's going to be called from behind. It looks like they're going to get Jada Maddox. And that is the call. Maddox with her second. That'll send Bailey Springer to the line, shooting 1 and 1. Springer has 6 points, averages 13 points a game, the leading scorer for the Bel Air Bobcats. Doesn't catch iron, so the Cobras will get the ball on the side. Come the Cobras trying to get back in this game. Long one-hander off the front of the rim, no good. Looking for that three-point. That was an NBA three-pointer. Alexa Baldwin. Spinning one-hander. See what the call is, offensive foul. They're going to say that number 14, Autumn Doherty, used that chicken wing, that pardon me, that offhand to push off to get some room for that basket. That's her first. Team 6th of the night. Next one will be a 1-on-1 situation for the Cobras. Santiago blocked, and that foul is going to be called. Autumn Conway picks up her second. That'll send Corinne Santiago to the line, shooting 2. Santiago had 2 points in that first period. Scoreless here in the second period so far. Long on that first shot. Jasmine Gross in the ball game. Sitting down will be Courtney Logan. Whalen back in the game for Bel Air. Autumn Doherty will sit down. Doherty with 5 points here in this second period. Makes the second, goes Santiago. 2 minutes left in this first half. Driving, one-hander, no good. Shot was by Grace Whalen. In the ball game is Devin LaRoche, number 3 for Harford Tech. Cross-court pass. Short jumper. Bounces around. Goes off the rim. No good. Rebound comes to Harden. Juliana Harden, a junior. They're moving the ball very well. Whalen, cut off. Back out to Harden. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Little short jumper. Hit long. Rebound Santiago. Santiago driving. Ball will be taken away by Harden. Good defense by number 2, Mackenzie Springer. Whalen. Now Springer. Now to her sister, but the ball is fumbled and the foul is going to be called as Mackenzie Springer reaches out and grabs Santiago on the way by. And that should be, let's see, that should be, they should be shooting 1-1. Santiago will be going to the line. She made 1 out of 2 the last time she was there. Sitting down is Gross. Coming in is number 14. No good on the first shot. Rebound to Autumn Conway. It's actually 44. Jordan Taylor in the ball game. Harford Tech. Oh, and it'll count. And a chance to make an old-fashioned three-point play. That's Bailey Springer. Springer has now 6 points here in this second period, total of 8. Chance to put her team up. Even further. And Clean will push it through. 19-point lead. Logan's able to corral the ball, gets it inside. Foul's going to be called against the Bel Air, the grab. Now was on Juliana Harden, her first. That was seeing Caitlin Thacker, the sophomore, to the line, shooting 1-1. Front of the rim, no good. Mackenzie Springer with the rebound. Springer to her sister, Bailey Springer. Number 1 and number 2, Bailey number 1, driving up and good. It's good, it'll count. She's now got 8 points, 9 points actually in this second period, a total of 11, just 2 short of her season's average. 18.3 seconds left, 21-point lead for the Bobcats. Bounces around, will not fall. Fumbled out of bounds by the Harford Tech Cobras. The ball will go back to the Bobcats. Shot clock is off, 18.3 seconds left in the half. They're going to call Bailey Springer didn't think so, but they're going to call Bailey Springer with a push-off. Offensive foul. Sitting down for the Cobras is Taylor. Back in the ball game is Jasmine Gross. 13 seconds left in this half. Logan looking for the three, can't get it off, drives, puts it up, she's fouled. I think it's going to be on number 2. Yep, Mackenzie Springer with her second. That'll send Courtney Logan to the line shooting 2. Logan had 7 points in that first period. She's been shut out here in the second period. Still shut out. 3.5 seconds left in the half. Hard to believe it was a 3-point game at the end of the first period. Second period. And that will be the end of the first half of play, with the Bel Air Bobcats leading by a score of 35-15. And again, it was 14-11 at the end of the first period. So it doesn't take a mathematician to realize the Bobcats, just really put it together in that second period. We'll come back. We'll talk more about this game just before we begin our third period of play. Don't go away. Bel Air Bobcats leading now by a score of 35-15 at the half. We'll be back. Well, we're back with you just in time to begin the second half. The Bel Air Bobcats leading by that wide score of 35-15. Harford Tech will get the basketball to start the second half. Out of bounds, it will go to the Bel Air Bobcats. And again, that Hard to believe that it was 14-11 this game was at the end of one period of play. Harvard Tech had held its own. In fact, it had a lead of about 3 points at one point. And then the Bel Air Bobcats just simply took over in that second period. We'll talk about the scoring here as we have a moment. Maggie Hall, great job of the officials. Les Farley that time. It's a natural tendency to take that first step before you put the ball down, but that is a walk, that's a travel. Get away with it in the NBA, not so much here in high school basketball. Cobras now, let's see if they can cut into that lead. Whalen is such a hustler. Grace Whalen, number 3, knocking the ball out of play. And this young lady who's played 3 sports for all 4 seasons now in her senior year. Won 2 state titles, 1 in soccer, 1 in lacrosse. Tied up, battling for the basketball, Bailey Springer. He'll go alternating possession to the Bobcats. Bailey Springer led all scorers in that first half with 11 points. 8 points for Maggie Hall. 8 points for the Cobras, Courtney Logan, of which 7 of those were in the first period. Harden with a nice play, saving the ball in play. Almost taken away, and it is now taken away by the Cobras' Alexa Baldwin. Here comes Baldwin on the run. Cut off. Logan, riding one-hander, gets it to fall. Courtney Logan, she's now got double figures at 10. So the Cobras draw first blood here in the third period of play. Springer gets it back out to Harden. Harden, the point guard. Maggie Hall puts up the 3-pointer, no good. Almost rebounded there by number 14, Alden Doherty, but taken away instead by the Cobras. Logan in the corner. He's not shy about putting the ball up there. Springer loses the basketball. Check it, it's Whalen. The ball out of play. The block by Whalen. Cobras wanted a foul on that play. They didn't get it. Nobody in foul trouble. Most anybody has is 2. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Running one-hander will not fall by Caitlin Thacker. Comes Harden. Splits the double team. Whalen inside to Springer. Springer up and good. Bailey Springer. She's now got 13. That is her season's average. Springer on the feed from Whalen. Santiago running one-handed. Rebound off the mark. Comes to Maggie Hall. Now Harden. Harden puts it behind her back, and the foul is going to be called. Courtney Logan trying to play defense against Harden. For Logan, that's her first foul of the night. Whalen. Cut off. Back out to Harden. Inside it goes. Springer. Great pass. Great conversion by Bailey Springer. That's just intelligent basketball. Now with 15 for Springer. Saved inbounds. And backcourt is the call. We mentioned that in girls basketball, you don't have to get the ball across the half-court line in 10 seconds like you do in boys basketball. But it's the same backcourt rule. And that time, just getting 1 foot off the back line was Jasmine Gross. Whalen back out to Harden, and now Hall. Into the corner, looking for the 3-pointer. Whalen gets the rebound. Springer looking for Hall, doesn't get it. Ball bounces around and taken away by Hall. Great hustle. Off the front of the rim, no good by Springer. Rebound comes to Santiago. She's on the run, one-hander, good. Corinne Santiago sort of did the NBA palm the ball on that one hand and got the ball to go. Inside, looking for the pass, can't get it to go. Springer looking for her teammate Autumn Doherty. Ball will go over to Harford Tech. So Harford Tech now tied at 4 here in this third period. Timeout, the shot clock did not get reset. Les Farley noticed that. He said, let's reset it here. Coming over now to trigger the ball in play is Courtney Logan. Gives it to Santiago, and we're underway. Coming up on the 4-minute mark. Santiago cut off by Whalen, and Whalen is going to be called with the foul. Whalen reached in, tried to get the ball without the foul. It's her first foul of the night for Grace Whalen. In the ball game is Mack, Deanna Mack. Taken away, this is Whalen. Whalen with a head of steam, puts it up left-handed and good! Grace Whalen now has 6. Basket is good, the foul will be called. Looks like the foul is on number 12. And Kiana Mack picks up her 3rd. Whalen now trying for the 3-point play. Short rebound, Springer can't get it to fall. Springer gets her own rebound, now comes out to Whalen. Bobcats have the ball again, fresh 30-second clock. There's Springer, gets it back out front, very unselfish. Hall with the driving one-hander. Rebound Mack, but now Springer comes away with it. Well, the Bobcats are just battling for the basketball. Springer, check it, Hall gets her own rebound, can't get it to fall, and now it's going to be fouled. Great sportsmanship. Alexa Baldwin helping Hall off the floor. Bobcats just would not give up on that at all. Maggie Hall now shooting 2. Foul is on Jada Maddox. That is her 3rd. Cleanly through. 9 points for Hall. 11 points a game. She's now within a couple of points of her season's average. Jasmine Gross in the ball game for Harford Tech. Sitting down is Kiana Mack. Seckman also cleanly through. Hall now in double digits with 10.
Number 11, Maggie Hall.
3:42 left here in the third period. Santiago on the run. Good defense by Harden, cutting her off. Santiago determined, one-hander won't fall. A great rebound and conversion, that by Caitlin Thacker. Thacker, her first 2 points of the night. Springer, back to Whalen, back to Springer. 2-man game, Springer, back out to Whalen. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 3 minutes on the game clock in the third period. Harden, short jumper, a little bit long. Hall with the rebound, partially blocked, and a foul is going to be called. Well, the Bobcats are just hustling. Yeah, they have a 43-21 lead, but they're not satisfied. And the Bobcats lost that game 60-40 to Aberdeen back in mid-January. They'll be facing Aberdeen again this coming week here at Bel Air. Obviously, that's the game they're looking toward. Hall again with the basket. Hall now with 11. That is her season's average. Short this time. Doesn't draw iron, and the ball will go to the Cobras. Just about 3 minutes here in this third period of play. Bel Air, a little bit of pressure. Santiago double teamed, gets around it. From the corner, long, good! That ball knocked down by Jasmine Gross on the 3-point shot. She barely saw the ball before it was in her hands and gone. Her first 3 of the night. Bobcats playing that high-low game. Springer as the post person. Taken away. but recovered by Juliana Harden. Pardon me, Juliana. Just in the ball game, Elia Johnson. Pardon me, that was Emma Lahotsky. Emma Lahotsky for the Bel Air Bobcats, number 4, called for the travel violation. Now, the Santiago is called for that held ball where they said that she sort of put it on her hip as she was doing that skip move. Again, kids see this done in the NBA and actually in college basketball a lot. Taken away by the Cobras in the hands of Alexa Baldwin. Baldwin is cut off and fouled. Looks like it's going to be on Grace Whalen. Their second foul, both here in this third period of play. Non-shooting foul. Not sure what that call was, but it is a turnover. No foul, but the turnover is called. Cobras now with a press. First time we've seen any pressure from the Cobras tonight. Turnover called against the Bobcats. Coming into the ball game for Bel Air is number 10, Emma Sanza. Sitting down is Grace Whalen. Emma Sanza, one of the sophomores on this team. Bobcats with a good blend of experience and young players. Looks like they're going to call an offensive foul against Courtney Logan using that off arm. Her second foul of the night. And the scoreboard has her with 4 fouls, however with just 2. Battle for the basketball between Hall and Caitlin Thacker. Tie up, the ball will go, and the alternating possession arrow will go to the Harford Tech Cobras. In the ball game, Kiana Mack. Minute 30 left here in this third period. Kiana, a cheerleader on the Harford Tech cheerleading squad, also a track star. As we mentioned, the daughter of the Edgewood High School principal, Tito Mack. Good takeaway, great interception by Thacker. Gets it into the hands of Baldwin. But the Cobras have come back and just played a great game here in this third period. Long shot by Baldwin, no good. Block, Hall, and gets it back. And she's going to be fouled. Jasmine Gross trying to get the shot off. Hall blocked it, recovered the ball, and then she was fouled by Jasmine Gross, who picks up her third. Team 6th here in this third period. One more and they'll be shooting the rest of the way. 53 seconds left in the third period. Bobcats up by an even 20 points, as you can see. Led by that same margin at the half. Travel is going to be called. Play a little bit sloppy here, as both teams have sort of lost a little bit of their focus, it appears, in the third period. Either coach can be happy about that. Santiago. Inside, great pass and great conversion. Pass from number 5 to number 32. That was from Santiago with Thacker. Thacker with the 2 points. Driving one-hander, Thacker with the block. Looks like number 12, Kiana Mack, will be called for the foul, and Kiana's shaken up just a bit. For Kiana, that is her 4th foul of the night. He's going to sit down, and I think Jordan Taylor, number 44, will come in. Sienna just a bit frustrated. It appeared like she got knocked off her feet, sort of stumbled into Emma Sansa, and Sansa will be shooting 1 and 1. Makes the first. For Emma, that's her first point of the night. She'll get a second one. Sitting down is Conway, Autumn Conway. Coming in, first time we've seen Peyton Hale, Jr. Makes the second. Emma Sansa gets them both. 15 seconds, 14 seconds left in this third period. Down to 10. Foul is going to be called, so Peyton Hale gets in the ball game and picks up a foul. Gets her name in the scorebook. 8.3 seconds left. Driving one-hander is good. That's Jordan Taylor. Gets her first two of the night. Good if it goes, and it does. Basket by number 20. That's Sia Valenges, who just gets into the ball game and scores a three-point basket. Hello, Sienna. I should say Sia. Sia Valangas, Valangas, the sophomore. So that basket makes it 49-28 as we enter the fourth period of play. I want to thank the Bel Air folks for hosting us here tonight. Principal Greg Commodore greeted us tonight, and as always, in a very hospitable way. All the folks here at Bel Air always very gracious to us. We appreciate their being here, letting us be here, I should say. There you see Coach Chris Toll of the Harford Tech Cobras, his team down by 21 points as we enter the fourth period of play. Bobcats will put their starting lineup back on the floor here as we enter the fourth period, but I would imagine if the score stays where it is, you'll see a lot of subs as we get closer to the end of the game. Grace Whalen to trigger the ball in to Harden. Hall, back out front it comes to Springer. Now back to Harden. Whalen thinks about the three, gives it up. Springer gets it to Hall. Back to Springer. Springer unable to corral it. Logan, but it's taken away by Whalen and now comes back into the hands of Jasmine Gross. And out of bounds it goes. Ball went like a ping pong, back and forth, and finally goes out of bounds, and the Bobcats will have the ball. 7 minutes, 32 seconds left in the game. Bobcats look like they're on the way to their 11th win of the year. 11-3 would be their record, to 6-1 in the conference. Whalen driving one-hander, blocked, but the foul is going to be called. It was Autumn Doherty. Had the ball rejected by Caitlin Thacker. But Doherty will get the chance to shoot 2 free throws. That foul was Alexis Baldwin was the foul. Doherty shooting through and makes the first one cleanly. She's got 6 on the night now. Haley Springer leading all scorers with 15. Misses the second one. Rebound comes to Thacker. Taken away. That's Doherty now battling for the ball at midcourt. Again, good sportsmanship. Always good to see that. Alternating possession will go to the Cobras. Corinne Santiago, a junior. Santiago putting up the three, short. Rebound Hall. Well, Hall has just played an excellent game, both as a scorer and a floor game. Was thinking about that shot, and tied up. Nice job by Santiago. Alternating possession will stay here with the Bobcats. Looked like Hall was getting in position to shoot the ball, but fumbled it and had it taken away. Whalen. Nice job by Whalen coming to get the ball. Harden driving, Thacker blocks it. He'll stay here with the Bobcats. Boy, nice job by Caitlin Thacker. She's had now about 3 or 4 blocks. Ball driving, loses the basketball. Thacker comes away with it. Baldwin. The official is going to say, I think we have a hair situation here. Maggie Hall's hair came loose. I don't have that problem at all. Mike Yeager says, there are certain things that are important in this game as Hall will sit down. Good job by referee Mike Yeager. Long three-pointer. Good rebound by Whalen, though. I should say good defense by Whalen. Whalen cut off, picks the ball up, gets back out to Harden. Juliana Harden, the point guard. Thinking about the three is Doherty. Springer, short jumper, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound Santiago, and here she comes. Corinne Santiago, great floor game by Santiago. Logan has it blocked. And the look of Bailey Springer like, I can't believe it, I never touched her. Official Mike Yeager says, yeah, you did. And actually, it would be his opinion that would count. So now shooting 2 is Courtney Logan. She gets one more. Logan has 10. And the ball game is Elia Johnson. First time we've seen her. 5:57 left in this contest. As you see, it's a 22-point lead by the Bobcats. Misses the second. Autumn Conway with the rebound. Harden into the corner for 3, short. Rebound Springer. Can't get it to fall. Springer hustling, gets the basketball. Conway with the shot. Good, but the foul is going to be called on the floor. Well, you have to be impressed with Springer, how she keeps the ball high whenever she gets a rebound or has the basketball. He doesn't bring it down, but then she becomes like a 5'5" player. Instead, she maintains that 5'10", 5'11" frame that she has. Autumn Doherty now. Shooting 2. Misses the first on the 1 and 1. Springer pushed by Thacker. Thacker gets the foul. That's her 4th of the night. And check it, actually, it's Maddox, number 25, with the foul. Springer will be shooting 1 and 1. Actually, it looks like a 2-point now. Yeah, now they have 10 fouls due the Cobras, so in the double bonus. Springer with 15 on the night. This is the first. Some of us old timers might remember Bob Pettit, the way Pettit used to shoot almost like a push shot or a shot put from his shoulder. Bailey Springer would remind you of that. Bob Pettit of the St. Louis Hawks, going all the way back to the 50s and 60s. Showing my age. Cleanly through. Two of the Cobras come together. Both are injured on the play. Let's hope they're not seriously injured. Thank goodness, as we always say when we have trainers on site, like they bumped heads. The two Cobras going for the rebound. And actually, the ball had gone through the basket, so they were just both going for the ball to, in case it had fallen. Buckland empowers Jada Maddox, so Jada seems to have come away the lesser injured of the two. Our score 51-28, as you see, with 5:37 left in the game. I'll hang here with you just a moment to see if they. Now it looks like that. Looks like it's Elia Johnson now sitting up, getting a hand from the fans, and Elia's in some discomfort. We'll stay here and see if she's able to get off the court under her own power. Mentioned the Bel Air Bobcats with a 10-3 record, 5-1 in the league. Their only loss again was to the Aberdeen Eagles. That occurred back in mid-January. And now the hand is Elia Johnson, who's on her feet, walking slowly off the court with the assistance of the training staff. Again, the great comfort of having the trainers here, professional trainers, to be able to assess any damage that's been done. Kiana Mack will come in to replace Elia Johnson. Cobras already with two injured players, Emma Ryan and Kayla Jones. Either one of which can be suited up tonight with previous injuries. Looking for the corner off the back of the rim, no good. That was by Maddox. Rebound came to Doherty. Now Juliana Harden with the basketball. Leads his team in minutes played, does Harden. Plays that very important point guard position. There's Harden with the basketball. Running one-hander, bit long. Mack with the rebound. Gets it over to Devin LaRoche. Long three-pointer is good. Courtney Logan. That ball was shot from somewhere in Falston, I think. Wow, what a three-point shot by Courtney Logan. She's got 13. That was impressive. Doherty driving, baseline, left-handed. Great block by Thacker. Well, she's done a great job under the boards blocking the basketball. Coming out of the game is Autumn Conway. Taking her place is Grace Whelan. Grace Whelan, one of the three tri-captains. Hall and another block by Thacker. This time, though, she's going to be called for the foul. Probably a good call. Looked like Thacker was leaning in a bit. Hall put the ball up quickly. Thacker gets the block and the foul. Only her second foul of the night. First of the second half. Maggie Hall shooting two. First one rolls around, doesn't go in. Maggie has 11, that's right at her season's average. Juliana Harden sits down. That's a headline right there. She very seldom sits down. Second shot is good. 12 points now for Maggie Hall. You better pick her up because she's going to shoot it from there. This time it's all the front of the rim. Logan made that shot about a minute ago. That shot's from about 38 feet. Way outside the NBA three-point line. She's made 2 3-pointers tonight, has Courtney Logan. Autumn Doherty gets it over to Maggie Hall. Hall with the jumper, good! Maggie Hall, how sweet was that? Mack takes the ball. Back to Mack now. 4 minutes exactly and counting left in this game. Ball recovered by Maddox. Maddox will shoot it. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound. That's by Bailey Springer. You can tell the fans really want Peyton Hale to put the basketball up. Whalen, boy, what a hustler. Team player. Whalen. Inside it goes to Hale. Gets the ball back into the corner. They're trying to get Peyton Hale a shot. Conway off the front of the rim and over the back, no good. Autumn Conway, sophomore. Lauren Putnam coming in the ball game, number 23. First time we've seen her. 3 minutes left in the game. Coming out of the game is Autumn Doherty. Autumn leads with 6 points. Logan driving, rolls, won't fall. Out of bounds it goes. It'll go to Belair. We have not mentioned that open end down there where Whalen is going to trigger the ball in. The bleachers all rolled up. Really don't get a whole lot of perspective, and I think it takes maybe some time for players to learn to shoot without a background. Maggie Hall gets it to Springer. Back to Hall. Peyton Hale. Back out front it comes on a whip pass to Whalen. Hale puts it up. Good! Peyton Hale. Whoa, and the fans go wild. They've been waiting for that. Logan off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, no good. Another rebound, and that's good. That's Maddox. And she's fouled, so Maddox gets the basket. Chance for a three-point play. Foul's going to be against. Let's see who they give that foul to. Looks like, yeah, they give it to Hale, her second. Whalen will sit down, and Maggie Hall will sit down. Rebound comes off to a new person in. That's Sia Villegas. And she's fouled. Will come all the way to the other end of the floor with a chance to add to her point total. She had that three-point shot right at the end of the third period. Sia Villegas, sophomore. Sia will be shooting 2. Miller's in the double bonus. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left in this contest. This is the first. In the ball game comes Emma Uwahotsky. And sitting down is Bailey Springer. Probably have seen the last of Bailey with her 16 points on the night. Makes the second. Villegas has 4 points on the night. Logan, short, rebound, Hale. Running one-hander off the rim, no good. That by Emma Sanza, recovered by the Cobras. Minute 45 and counting left in the contest. Logan has no fear about putting the ball up. Driving one-hander, no good. Rebound, good. That's by Maddox. Maddox has played a great floor game. 3.8 student grade point average. For Maddox. No foul call. Contact, but no foul. Putnam. Unable to make the basket was Sanza. Good defensive play there by LaRoche. Driving one-hander, that's Logan. Logan now has 15. Hale taking away Logan. Was She has been a spark plug the entire night. Driving, can't get it to fall, but she's foul, will go to the line. Courtney Logan. 2 3-pointers on the night. A number of her other three-point shots have been close. She has unlimited range on that three-point shot. Shooting 2. From the rim and will not go in. That foul was on Sansa, her second. Hale sits down and gets a hand for doing that. A fan favorite. Misses the second. 58-37 is our score. Looks like our scoreboard has shorted the Bobcats one. 58-37, a 21-point lead. There it is. Good job, Tom. Triple team, double team, ball taken away. Alternating possession goes to the Harford Tech Cobras. So Harford Tech, who came in tonight as the underdogs, they hung tough there for the first period. 30 seconds left in the game, but Bel Air Bobcats, as they did in the first game, only this time was in the second period, not the third period. Got off a big run. Logan gets it to fall. Wow, Courtney Logan has put on a show tonight. Chance for a three-point play. She's got 17 points on the night. Not the biggest player on the floor, obviously, but certainly a lot of heart as she makes that free throw. Gets the three-point play. Logan still hustling. Emma Lahotsky able to maintain possession as the ball goes out of bounds, and Bel Air will retain possession. Thank you all again for tuning in. We're so happy to be back on the air. 10 seconds left in the game. Foul's going to be called. I think it's going to be called on Courtney Logan. That's 5 fouls on Logan as she will foul out with just 9 seconds left to go. Emma Lahotsky to shoot 2. And she gets in the scorebook. Her first points of the night. And makes the second.
Oh, it's number 4, Emma Lahotsky.
20-point lead and 4 seconds left in the game. 3-point shot up and round the rim, no good. And that is the end of our ball game. A 20-point win for the Bel Air Bobcats. They win their 11th game of the year. They're 11-3. They go to 6-1 in the conference. Harford Tech goes to 3-11 and 1-7. We'll come back. We'll wrap up the game, talk about the high scores, and have some interviews with some of the top players in the game. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Bel Air High School, a bit quieter Bel Air High School, where the Bobcats have completed a 60-40 win over the Harford Tech Cobras. We'll talk first to Courtney Logan. Courtney, who led all scorers, Courtney with 18. First of all, my first question is, what is your range? How far can you shoot a three-pointer?
I can actually shoot from half court, but I practice my range in practice all the time, so that's how I get good at it.
Now, no offense or anything, but you're not a big person. You're a smaller person. But where'd you get the strength to shoot the ball that far, that accurately?
Well, I work out a lot, and I go to the gym, so these little arms can shoot.
Well, you had 18 points. You played very hard. You played very well all night. You told me you're from Aberdeen. You went to Harford Tech because?
Because I wanted to keep working on engineering so I can go to college for that and also go for basketball because I want to have a future, bright future.
Now, you are a smaller person. How do you compete against bigger people out on the floor?
I think I'm just as tall as them.
There you go, as long as you feel that way. Now, we talked about the first game you played where they had a 20-1 run in the third period. We blew open a close game. You're actually leading in that first game. Same thing tonight. You were down by 3 points. By the half, you're down by 20. What happens when you sort of lose your focus during that one part of the game?
It just makes me want to go harder and like come back because being down that much, I know we're better than that. So just being like, I just try to be a leader on the floor, so I'm trying to just get everything back. So I just want everything to go back to us playing as we.
And you are a young team. You're a sophomore. You've got other sophomores on the team. So good things ahead for the Harford Tech Cobras.
Yes.
Well, thanks a lot, Courtney. So much appreciate that. Let's turn and talk to your rivals, the Bel Air Bobcats. We have the captains, Courtney Logan, oh yeah, I'm looking at the wrong. Let me turn over my page. We have Bailey Springer, who plays with your sister on the team as well. That's a lot of fun. Grace Whalen and also Autumn Doherty. Bailey, just talk to you first. 16 points. We talked about how you keep the ball up high as a big person. Did you learn that, or is it something that comes naturally?
I learned it at a young age. Don Udisky, shout out to him. We always practice that in practice, and he taught me from a very young age, like, keep it up high, and that's going to be your biggest asset.
I love your high-low game, the fact that you look for each other. It seems like you really respect each other, like each other. Is it something that comes naturally?
Yes, I love everyone on this team. We have such good chemistry, and we all just know how to work the ball around.
Very good. Hang on a second. I'll cost you just one moment. Grace Whalen, it seems like I've been talking to you forever. You're a senior now. You play 3 sports. You're now going to be playing again in lacrosse in the spring. How do you do that? How do you keep your grades up? How do you play so many sports? What is it about your being so busy?
It's really just time management. I have like a basic schedule every day. It's like school, sports, I come home and I do like my extra workouts or get my homework done, and then I just have fun. I have fun in between.
Now, you've won 2 state titles. That has to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Soccer and lacrosse. Be nice to add a third one in basketball, wouldn't it?
It would be very nice. Hopefully we do that this year because this will be our last chance, or my last chance to do before I go. So we'll see.
Talk about your future. What do you see yourself doing next year and then after that?
I'm going to University of Cincinnati to play lacrosse and hopefully study accounting or finance. So.
Well, very good. You've had a great career and keep up the good work. Now, the last of our captains, Autumn Doherty. Autumn, again, playing with these senior players that you have with you. It's an experienced team. This is your last go-round at it.
Yes, it is. It's pretty upsetting knowing it's my last go-around and this is my last sport, but playing with this team is really good and we have good chemistry and we have a good relationship on the team.
Well, I can tell that because you look for each other, you're not selfish. That's very, very important. Talk about your coach, Coach Skelton. He's going to see this also, so you have to be nice. I have so much respect for him because he's more than a coach. He seems to be a real mentor for all of you.
Yeah, Coach Skelton really is a good mentor. He's always there for the teammates and he's always there if we just, other than basketball, if we need like, for example, I go to him in the morning and I get breakfast for Pop-Tarts, but he's a very positive coach and he always encourages us to do better, and whether he's yelling at us or not, like on the floor, we always know that it's just positive re-encouragement to just do better.
Well, very good. Congratulations and good luck against Aberdeen next week in Elkton.
Thank you.
There they are, the Bel Air Bobcats. Hope you enjoyed the game tonight. Again, our final score is 60-40. You saw Bailey Springer, 16 points for the Bobcats, 14 for Maggie Hall. And then we turned over and you saw Courtney Logan with 18 points leading all scores. So again, that is our final score, 60-40. The Bel Air Bobcats win it. They're now, their record is 11-3. They're 6-1 in the league. The Harford Tech Cobras, they lose their 7th game in the league. They're 1-7 and they're 3-11. Don Morrison, so happy you could tune in. So happy to be back with you on the Harford Cable Network. Tune in all season long for high school sports on the Harford Cable Network. Good night, everyone.